Last one left, we don't fold now. World went cold, but my pole hot. Facts. Keep a low pro when them folks watch. Creeping. Zoning with the crew, it don't stop. It don't. Riding through the ruins, got my pack on. Clickers in the dark, I don't back down. Heard a noise, better not act wrong. Trust get you killed, that's facts, huh? We the last of us, ain't no backups. Gas mask tight when I mask up. Ellie keep a blaze, she don't need no strap. But Joe got aim, he gon' tag something. Posted in the zone, it's a red tag. Shotty got bite, but I still had a...
What up, y'all? What up?
Hey, is
What up, gang?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Oh, Lord. They taking me through it. They taking me through too much changes.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We're going to get started with season 2, episode 3. How's everybody doing out there tonight?
I'm good. I would have been better if I would have just got a little teensy-weensy bit to get back, but I get it.
We got to, it's a slow, they got to ease us into that thing.
I know.
We got Mesa already kicking the foolishness off the very first comment talking about Yoel. See, why we gotta act like that?
Wow, Mesa. Wow, dude.
Hey everybody. So let's kick it off. So we start off and we see the dead burning at the gates. And so they show us inside what is the makeshift morgue, and there's a woman there cleaning a body. And I said, "Oh damn, Seven Sisters got the body. What we doing?"
See, they got them everywhere because she sure didn't say a damn word.
She did not say a damn word. So she in there prepping the body, washing things down, and we know because we see the watch that it is Joelle. Mesa talk about I'm grieving too, friend. I'm grieving too. So we know it is Joelle, and then Tommy comes in. Anybody want to talk about that moment?
Yeah.
Who got the ashes?
We got a body for Joelle.
Yeah, they got it. But I thought they was gonna burn everybody in that bitch. The way everything was extra crispy when the shit first came on, I was like, damn, everybody burned in this bitch. But yeah,
Y'all, I said Seven Sisters. I meant Silent Sisters. D-Man.
Man, that's who we needed. Shit, somebody needed to prep the body.
Oh yeah, somebody needed to prep the body.
Yeah, that was a Silent Sister.
I also was like, Tommy eating good, ain't it? Like, Tommy done put on a little bit of weight there.
Getting a little healthy.
I guess, maybe it's supposed to be attributed to, he's aging and all those things, but he look a little thick. Look a little thicker.
Nigga, man, that bitch sad, though, man. Get well soon, everybody in Wyoming. Them niggas are sad.
I can understand why. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of graves. I'm like, how long did it take for them to dig?
They should have just burnt them niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, Mesa said throw them all in the shrooms barbecue outside. Oh, God.
I won't be ordering the mushrooms anymore at the restaurant. No.
You don't want no freshly fried cordyceps?
No.
Oh, no, ma'am.
No cordyceps?
No, we will not be having the cordyceps this evening. Any other evening.
The stuffed cordyceps caps? Yeah, no.
That.
So, Tommy has his moment with Joelle. He continues washing them. We see they pan out as they are leaving the morgue, and we see there are quite a few people, as someone said a moment ago. So then they flash to the hospital, and Ellie wakes up because she is having memories, or she's having memories or flashbacks of what happened to Joel, and they have to put her to sleep.
I know Ellie hate Twitter is gonna meme the shit out of her. When she first, I was like, "Ooh, they gonna blast on Twitter tonight, bless it." Because it's like it's a whole community dedicated to hating on that child. Bless it.
Oh my gosh! Now they are a child, so I mean, well, I guess maybe they grown by now. I don't know.
Well, they 19. They were. I'm sorry. Did I say 19? Oops.
Like real life or the character?
Real life. I meant real life.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how old them niggas is in real life.
Let me stop eating candy right now, because
we're not going there. We're not.
You about made me choke on this gummy.
But yeah, my shit got my internet got a little quadriceps like right around the scene where she woke up. So somebody gonna have to carry me through like the 2 to 3 minutes that happened right after she woke up and started fucking screaming her ass off.
That's basically it. She just woke up and it was rolling through her head, and she.
But then it seemed like, so was it a time jump after the immediately after?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's what I missed, because like by the time I got rid of the quadriceps, I think she was talking to has she already got the gun and shit? No, I think she talked to Gail first. She talked to Gail before she got the gun and shit, huh?
Yeah. So
okay, so
after that it's 3 months later, and they're showing everything going on in the town.
So it was 3 months. They did that. They put like a 3 month. Okay, yeah, that's what the fuck I missed.
So now we're out of the winter. We're into the spring. It's warm outside. They're rebuilding as much as they can. You see people hopping around. You see a whole lot less people because obviously a whole lot of people died. And they're cleaning up and rebuilding.
Them niggas 21 ready to retire. Not she.
Not the Google.
They them niggas is 21.
So
how old was they them niggas on Game of Thrones?
They were only like what, 11, 12?
I don't know which they them talking about on Game of Thrones.
And then they were on His Dark Materials.
They them was on Game of Thrones, godly.
Yeah.
So let's cut to Ellie at the hospital. She's getting her report from the doctor. The doctor's like, you've been rocking it. Everything looked pretty good. Your breathing is okay. I'm ready to release you, but it's one more motherfucker that's got to clear you on this shit, right?
Facts.
So,
goddamn,
like, what's that bullshit? I know who you about to send in here. You sending in Gail.
Facts.
So Gail come prancing in there. She take a seat.
Not prancing.
Ellie is straight performing for Gail, and Gail knows she's performing. I'm not clear on whether Ellie knows that Gail is not buying it. It seems to me Ellie thinks Gail is buying it.
I don't know. It feel like they both in on it, and it just feel like Ellie is like, fuck it, you either gonna give me the word or you not. And Gail like, little bitch, I get it. Like Gail just really about her booze and weed. So she like Gail, and I think Gail is also like, I get where you are. Like you're not a clinically insane little girl. Like you're good. You're in a good headspace, but I would totally understand if you weren't. So Gail, like, I get it.
So, and let's pause that conversation because Mesa brings up a very good point. Do they know her condition? I doubt. They fixed her lungs without seeing her infected insides. I mean, she's not infected.
Like she just got the arm and she got the tat.
She got the arm, but it still seems maybe somebody should have seen that and be like,
what that is.
Right.
not the ringworm. She got the tat. Yeah. Oh, she got the new one though.
Not the ringworm.
Did she get bit like again?
So I don't know. I guess she
bit again. Oh, okay. Y'all talking about the new bite. I forgot she got bit again.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about. I forgot about that.
No, remember she cut that out. So that could have been like a bruise or something else that she could have said from training, because she'd be getting flipped over and punched and everything all the time.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a good question. That's kind of interesting and something to think about.
But yeah, so this is what I think. Gail stays boozed up and high because she hasn't gotten over losing what she do? Eugene, her husband.
I don't know. You don't think Gail was? I feel like Gail was boozed up and high before that. But agreed. Continue.
She said why later, but we'll get to that. She said why.
Yeah, but yeah, she knows Ellie's on that bullshit. She knows Ellie is laser focused.
She read all the pages in that book.
Yeah, when she's I guess raged out in the hospital and they got to take her down to zero and just put her on that propofol drip or whatever the fuck they did. I don't know what they did to bring her down. And because they've had her in there for 3 months, and all the injuries she had. When they showed her when she was first waking up, they had her middle was all wrapped up and she had a tube in there because I guess her lung was collapsed. That's what it looked like medically. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I thought the same thing.
And so I'm sure she has seen her, at different times and, like when she's having bad dreams and stuff like that. And that's one reason it's taken so long for her to get out of the hospital.
That's
fuck you, Mason.
Mason said Eugene was giving Gail the Velveteen Rabbit to keep her sane. There's something wrong with you. So as they're having this conversation, she reveals to Ellie that Joel said he had wronged Ellie. And although that comes as a little bit of a kind of what to Ellie, she play it off. She don't really engage. She kind of just like, oh, well, he probably was talking about, he had to, do things to save me. He saved me a lot of
times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know what he might be talking about. I wish I could have freed him from that or forgiven him for that. So she was laying it on pretty thick.
Yeah. And that, like in my notes to the T, I put she basically gamed the system, but Gail was like, fuck it.
Gail was like, I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah.
And Mesa, you said I think her infection goes deeper. Remember the cannibals in season 1? She showed them her arm. She didn't show them her side. Right, y'all? Or am I wrong?
Yeah. Because
I think it was just because at that point she didn't have the shit on the,
Yeah, she didn't have a tag.
On the side is the new bike. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
She cut out.
All right. So somebody talk about her going to the house and having to walk through the house.
I don't want to talk about that shit, man. Let's skip the whole thing. But yeah, she, pulled back up at the crib and it was all I don't even know the fancy word I want to use for it, but yeah, I got they had the music playing. They really set the scene up with that one. She walks in. She walked to the bed first, right, and got the box that Tommy left. I think that was
she went to her room first, and I low-key thought I peeped the Etta James poster on the wall in her room.
Word?
Etta James?
That wasn't her room where the box was at, with the watch and shit.
No, that was his room, wasn't it?
That was his room.
Yeah, that was his room.
Cause then I remember, so she did that shit before she went to the closet and shit. Oh yeah, she picked that shit up and then went to the closet. And had her little.
The closet was where I got a little. I was like, oh,
she had her Jodeci fall down the shower crying moment. Yeah, so it was touching.
We all crying together, children. We all crying together.
Left that 38 special though for her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Left that thumper.
So Dina shows up. Somebody take us through Dina.
Whenever Dina walks in, it ain't nothing but trouble. That's all I got to say. What you got to say, Valeria?
No, I like that when Dina comes, she come with the shit.
Yeah.
Straight up. I ain't go front. Dina is a rider.
Yeah, Dina, that scares me about Dina.
Right.
Every single scene Dina is in, I'm petrified. But yeah, and I ain't play the game, so I don't know shit. But Yeah, so Dina comes in and she brought us some cookies. It's my badass daughter in the background, y'all. I'm sorry.
Don't be calling that baby bad.
She gonna find a way. Yeah, I tried to blow her little ass out, but anyway, she comes in and she brings cookies, and off rip, Ellie like, "Fuck you, bring me cookies for?" And she was like, "Yeah, you know, this is a peace offering because I'm finna piss you off." She basically told her like, "Hey, I lied to you. I told you I didn't know nothing about them folks, but I know their names. I think I know where they might be going." And so she basically breaks down the whole plan and all that shit. I'm about to knock her ass out.
Leave that baby alone. Leave TT baby alone. So she reveals that she knows, and of course Ellie is pissed. But when she starts divulging information, Ellie like, let me eat these cookies and listen to what she can say.
When she said Abby's name, Ellie was ready to crash out immediately. Abby said Abby. Bet.
Right. She's like, say less.
Bet. She got a whole Arya Stark list going on in this motherfucker.
And
that's who at the top of the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Number one with a bullet.
She got the name on bullets.
So.
Oh yeah, Mason, I'm riding behind Dina. Off rip.
What does he say? Oh wait, no, that Mesa said, "Oh, Dina is the GOAT. If someone touches her, I'm fighting."
We ride at dawn. I just get so nervous.
Yeah.
Facts. Dina
so
definitely some guns.
They start talking about, talking through who they think Wolf is, that kind of thing, and then they end up taking it to Tommy. And Tommy's like, "Look, first of all, Dina, you fucked up for not telling me that you knew all this. And next time you pull that shit, we're gonna have a problem." And he's like, "Ellie, your little ass can't go out there by yourself."
But also, my nigga Tommy was like, "Hey, I tell my motherfucking wife, dog." I felt the fuck out of that. That was my favorite line of the whole episode. He was like, "Yeah, that shit, I'm with you. I'm my brother. Let's clickety clack. I gotta tell my motherfucking wife first, but yeah, we gonna go do that shit."
Well, and he chin checked Ellie and for a cute minute, and I thought it was appropriate because Ellie was basically like, "You trying to play me to the left, like how you ain't trying to go out there and get some get back." And he was like, "Don't talk to me like that. Like that was my brother. I know who the fuck he was, and I'm down for the cause, but I got to clear that with my wife."
Gotta talk to my wife.
We got to do shit decent.
He wrapped it up. He wrapped it up all in some whole other shit. He was like, the town is hurting, and Joel would have been out there if I was alive. He would have saved my life. But really, all that shit was just wrapped up in, I really gotta ask my wife, dog. And I feel that shit.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be,
man.
So they like,
he got a black wife. Facts.
So before they part ways, he tells Ellie, "We buried him about 10 miles outside of town. If you want to go talk to him." And Ellie's like, "I'm gonna see that nigga on the way out when we go to handle business."
It's basically like, I see him when I run away. Fuck nigga. He literally told him.
So then they cut to this group we have never seen, never talked about in the woods. Somebody want to go through that?
Yeah.
They look like, they got cheek scars, I guess, so they can identify each other. But they look like a bunch of pacifists or something.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. They got the Nike swoosh on each side or something. I don't know.
I'm talking about
not the Nike swoosh.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what it looked like. That's what
crazy.
I was looking at them like, huh?
Yeah. So,
but everybody got them. So the little girl had just gotten hers because they was fresh.
Yeah, hers was red. Like they just cut her last night. Like, damn, you cut the baby. But yeah, they walking out there in the woods. But it's some trail in Seattle because it's a little signpost, and so they're walking this trail, dressed up like fucking Into the Badlands.
But they're trying to blend in with the trees because what they got on is like mostly green and brown, and it's of course spring.
Sherry talking about they look like wildlings who bathe a couple times a year.
Man,
Yeah, now that part is real.
If that, these niggas got bow and arrows and hammers and shit, and one nigga walking behind like the group, but I guess that's kind of like the lookout guy. Like, hey, you know, they got this little signal with whistles and shit, specific whistles, and the whistles up, they stop, listen, send a signal back, continue walking. The girl was basically like, yeah, that's, you know, we all good. If it would have been this, it would have been that. Daddy was like, you know, we gonna put you on patrol next, blah, 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 whatever. Then they, you know, walk a little bit more and they receive another signal and everybody break the fuck out into the fucking woods and get quiet and scared and shit. And then we cut back to Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For a minute until, you know, we see further along in the episode and they were talking about they were hiding from the wolves or wolf. I thought maybe they were going to be allies for Ellie and Dina or whoever was going to go after Wolf. But as we can see,
I didn't think they was going to be allies, but I ain't think they was some little bitches. Like, I'm like, damn, I thought, did you at least pinch the bitch? But yeah.
You know what? See, yeah. This is another episode within the episode bringing a knife to a gunfight. Okay, the little girl had the little hammer. They got bows and arrows. Wolf got bullets for days.
Okay. They said it when what the little girl say? She said, "Is it demons?" And he said wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I knew they wasn't fighters because they said they was like.
Well, yeah, when they started running and shit, it just like off initial. I'm like, okay, some real niggas out here with bow and arrows, they murking niggas. And no, these niggas are nomads. They out here, these are, I would say hunters and gatherers, but I mean, there's some gatherers, I guess. These niggas out here living off nuts and berries. Pause.
And then they were talking about the prophet. Whoever the prophet is that's been dead for 10 years, but her spirit lives on. Okay.
Oh, yeah, some prophet. I'm like, man, y'all prophet wouldn't. They went out. Them niggas went outside. Get well soon. But yeah.
So we cut from there to Ellie's training with what's the young man's name?
Jesse.
She's training with Jesse, and Jesse like, okay, all right, I see you. You've been keeping up your workout.
Jesse's just a fucking L7 weenie ass nigga. Like, God.
Why you call him L7? Damn, that's cold-blooded.
He just oozes it. He's a weenie. Like they said it. Like he's just I'm a rule follower. I got a community books. I gotta go by the book.
Why he got to be a weenie? Because he a rule follower.
They said it. Dina and them said it. He's a weirdo. He just, he's gonna be the next governor of the fucking community, and he acts like it, buddy. He is ready to do his duty.
He's a
fucking do-gooder. He is amazing. He's such a good guy. Wait for that nigga to die.
Jessica tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. He's one of them. That's what I mean. He that nigga, like, if you go to the bathroom, he gon', where's your hall pass, buddy?
Oh my God. Y'all are rough tonight. Y'all ain't touching nobody no slack.
She said he just a straight laced type.
Niggas feel me in the comments. These niggas, that's why I fuck with y'all. Love you guys. Thanks, guys.
I love you guys. I love you.
Mesa, hell no, you got me fucked up. Never.
Well, we know not to do no Mesa with Mesa around.
No, Mesa, you not a do-gooder. You a pot stirrer. You
that
just
nigga is fucking.
Not Queen Mother that called him out.
Watch it blow up.
Fucking Vermithor.
So in this conversation, as they're training, Jesse let her know that of course they talk about she's trying to gauge his vote as to what he's gonna do because now he is on the council, and he's like, no, we can't talk about that. We're not talking about that. We're training right now.
can't talk about the votes. I'm gonna leave now because you asked me about the vote. I'm gonna bitch ass. Now that said, he did give her the most sound piece of advice. He told her to write that shit down.
Because
that shit still ain't working. I bet it bitch ass was one of the ones that voted no.
I didn't think so. Tommy's wife and him were the ones that voted yes, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Come here, bro. Come. You doing? Come here.
Hey, baby.
What are you doing? Can you not?
So we go from that scene directly into the meeting. We got Scott talking about turkeys and corn, and ain't nobody paying him no attention. Hey, look, I was like, Scott, what the fuck is you talking about? We not here for that.
And Scott was like, I ain't here for that Seattle shit. So nigga, like I was saying, the turkeys and shit, that shit is better than the chickens. And so the corn, he wasn't hearing none of that shit.
She was like, Scott, sit your ass down. We about to talk about this Seattle trip. So,
and then other dude got up and was talking about why don't we forgive? We survived this and we're trying to rebuild, and now we want to send 16 of our best people out, and why can't we just forgive?
Fuck all that shit y'all talking. Fuck all that shit y'all talking. That's what Seth said. Revenge. Kill him. Kill him dead.
That was not on my bingo card, him being the one to speak out. But then also, it made sense, him being the one to speak out.
Yeah.
It made fucking sense.
So what that tells me is that he had a lot of respect for Joe, even though they, whatever, their dynamic was and why they butted heads, but they butted heads equally. And so now that Joel's gone, he's like, okay, I got to be on Ellie's side because she's ready to do the work.
Mason said, leave my scientist brother alone. He had his PowerPoint and Excel ready.
I really don't think they really even let him get to his main points of his argument. I feel like he had a lot more. He was like, they had to shut him down. Like, hey, Scott, like, nigga, speak about what we here for or forever hold your peace, my nigga.
I will say this about what Seth said, though. Seth stood up, gave an impassioned speech, but he said one thing that I thought was important. He was basically like, if we don't get no get back, they gonna think we a bunch of bitches.
Man, and everybody gonna come off in there bit, cuz what's happening?
They gonna come back here.
Y'all just want everybody off in there bitch, huh? Yeah. Fact.
So I thought I kind of noted that, like, is that foreshadowing?
Boy, was it?
And so, what was up with them scratching off Carlisle speaking? I wasn't clear on what happened there.
Who even is who was Carlisle? Who was Carlisle?
He was supposed to speak, but after Seth had his outburst, she scratched Carlisle out.
I saw the scratch out, but I never even put two and two together on like who Carlisle even was or why that name was scratched.
Yeah, me either.
That wasn't who was the no, that was before Seth, the Asian cat talking about Mercy. That wasn't Carlisle.
Oh, that was Carlisle. Okay. Oh, so that's what she was probably keeping track of who she thought was gonna vote certain ways or something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's what that was, because
I thought she was just scratching the names off as she was going, like of people that were speaking. Because when she scratched Carlisle's name off after Seth, because Seth wasn't on the list. Remember, she said she was like, Seth, You're not on the list.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't realize that was Carlisle, but now I'm seeing my notes. It was Carlisle. Okay. All right. So Dina seems impressed. Oh wait, no, let me back up. Ellie stands up and she gives a speech. When Ellie said, I will respect whatever the council says, I was like, now why Ellie lying to these people's face? Why she playing in their face?
Why you always lying?
Respect what they say.
Oh my God. Why you always lying? She lied her ass off.
She lied.
She said that shit with the sweetest, straightest of faces. And who had the biggest read on that shit? None other than Gail.
Gail. But as soon as she said it, I said,
no. Now listen. So yes, she's going to she will respect their opinion. That don't mean she's gonna follow the directions. So that's two different things. She can respect what you say.
Raging Lorena Arisha, you is okay. We playing semantics. That's what now I see what game you be playing. Okay.
I'm just playing the game that Ellie's playing,
Okay.
See, this is how you agree to disagree. I respect what you said, but I'm gonna do what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Facts.
Mason said Chat GPT wrote her shit. And did.
Man.
So after she gives her flowery speech, they put it to the vote. Only 3 people vote for, the rest of the council votes.
I just know Jesse hoe ass voted no. I know that bitch ass nigga voted no.
Okay, if Jesse voted no, who was the other yes?
It was what, 3 of them? It was 3 yeses, right?
It was only 3 yeses.
I don't know. They probably
y'all chiming in the comments. Who y'all think the other yes was?
I bet Tommy voted no because he's scared of Marie. Marie voted no because she all about the community. I bet the yeses was probably random. I know it wasn't Jesse ass. Jesse voted no.
Jesse voted no because he don't want Dina to go out there, but Dina's gonna go out there because Dina's gonna do what she do.
Mason said the council is soft AF, but I understand their
And 16 people? I thought that was, pardon the pun, a little overkill to go out searching for a party of 5.
I mean, them niggas came strapped
up.
Yeah,
but they didn't know what they were walking into, though.
Yeah. I mean, that was just the 5 that they saw.
Part of the organization.
Yeah, no. But if you go, in my mind, and I'm not a military person at all.
In my mind.
And it ain't even Christmas. Yeah, I would, would want to, observe and see what's going on and take the temperature.
No, Valerian, no.
Maybe that's just me. I wouldn't send 16 people out there.
I feel you.
I might send half of that. Might send 8. Might send less. Ultimately, 2 went.
Yep. All right. So this was probably the next one was probably my favorite conversation of the episode was at the kids' softball game, Tommy and Gail.
Yeah.
So
what? Gail, keep some booze.
Gail, keep some booze. Tommy comes through, and he like, "What's up, Gail?" All right, "What's up, my homie?" And he like, "How you been doing? I know you probably been real busy with everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? Everybody probably knocking your door down." She's like, "Yep. It's been very busy." And she's like, "I'm really supposed to have a therapist too to process all this shit y'all got going on, but I ain't got nobody." So he like, "Well, how you cope?" She's like, "You looking at it, nigga? I stay drunk and high. Like that is how I deal with this foolishness." So she's like, "But you know what? Let's cut the shit. You ain't come out here to ask about me. What's on your mind?" So he lays it on her that he is afraid that Ellie is going to do something dumb. And she like, "Look, I get it. This ain't your kid. This ain't none of your brother kid, but now he dead and you feel like you got to look out for him." She like, "Look, I'm going to tell you something. Ellie is a fucking liar, okay? Like, you shouldn't trust nothing that come out her mouth. Everything she say is a lie." And he's like, "I mean, she ain't that bad. Like, she a good kid." He like, "I think Joelle rubbed off on her, and that's why she act the way she do." And Gail said, nature versus nurture. Your brother probably had a little teeny bit to do with it, but whatever fucked up shit she got going on, she met him with it. And they was going toe to toe the whole time they was together. So don't blame that shit on your brother.
Gail
That
so
was
real.
I really like that piece of information. Gail broke it all the way down.
All the way down. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, Gail.
So in other
And
words,
then
baby,
she
that little
said,
girl
some
been
people
fucked up.
just can't be saved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
So, all right. So if somebody take the next scene, we come up on Ellie. She at the house. She packing.
Yeah, she got her shit. Well, she low key got it together. She got guns every fucking where. The shit just everywhere. I'm like, bitch, are you packed or are you not packed? You just taking all the shit, huh? She got rifles, handguns, some more handguns. Ain't no telling what other shit she got that we ain't seen. And once again, who pull up on her ass? Nobody but good old Dina. Dina pull up like so.
The rider die.
Dina like so. Just guns, huh? Like you turn an ankle, you get an infection out there, a stomach ache. The fuck you gonna do? She like, where you going? How you gonna get there? You don't like, oh, you just headed northwest, huh? So Dina breaks out a fucking map out of backpack, and goddamn map and some more shit, a whole plan of provisions, a supply list, and know where she gonna get all this shit from, and like, hey, meet me 3 a.m. nigga, we gonna ride. And next thing we see Ellie at the goddamn gate with her backpack at 3 a.m.
I was like, okay, because it was at a point where she said, well, we got to do something. I said, all right, Dina, right. She said, I ain't gonna let you go out there by yourself, homie.
Facts.
Right.
Okay.
Dina with all the smoke.
And the funny thing was, she was like, you got to give up the chucks. You got to get you some boots, or we ain't going.
Man, that girl.
Yeah.
Ellie ain't had shit to do. Ellie said, nigga, sleep, I'ma sleep on these bullets. When I eat, nigga, I'ma eat these bullets. Nigga, when I kill them niggas, I'ma kill these niggas with these bullets. She packed shit, but guns. She got them guns, Sherry.
Ellie said she ain't coming to play.
That's right.
She got them guns.
Hey, she's
got
going
one
on
goal.
a mission. Yeah, she gotta go. All I need is guns. I don't need no clean draws. I don't need no medicine. I don't need no water. I'm going to kill motherfuckers. All I need is bullets and a gun.
She basically was like, I don't even care if I come back. I'm going to take Abby out. It's going to be me and Abby. And when I see her, it's on site.
On me.
Woo.
And I put that on Joelle, nigga.
So, she's actually, as somebody pointed out, she's actually on time the next morning. She shows up at the meeting point at 3 a.m.
She there for everybody. She there looking at the gate like, what are you niggas at?
Mm-hmm.
She is ready.
REGAGO, ready to go.
Literally.
So Dina shows up with the horse.
Who there to help them escape? None other than Seth lipping ass.
But she was still being shady to Seth. She was like,
he still like Ellie one of them ones though. Like once you begrudge her, you can't unbegrudge.
It ain't no coming back. It ain't no coming back.
Every time you come around, you gonna get stuck.
That goddamn Seth.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what she did. Every time he was like,
Seth hit that old dog at the meeting. Seth said, you did, nigga, they killed your cousin in front of you, nigga. And I ain't letting that shit ride. My nigga showed up with a horse, guns, saddlebags full of supplies and shit, medics. I'm like, okay, Seth. Nigga, you old dog. You is old dog from Menace.
What Sherry said, she killing everybody named Abby, Abigail, Abracadabra.
Hell yeah. They all got to die.
They all got to die. So he trades guns with her so she can have a better gun. He did mention he got hit by friendly fire, and she was like, "You sure it was friendly?" I'm like,
man.
God, Ellie, the
like
man
in other words, nigga, you was supposed to get hit, fuck, nigga. Still on Seth ass, boy. Gave that man a half-ass handshake.
Yes, all right, D-Man. Seth did show up for Ellie this episode.
Yeah, because he respected Joel, and he respects, they can't, they took our dude out. We got to go get our lick back.
Got to get our lick back. So they leave on the horse, and they ride till sunrise, and they come upon the grave site where they have buried all the people who died. And so she spends a little time with Joel.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves him some coffee beans on his grave. You all right? You all right, Valerian? Down there on the bottom row?
I ain't gonna be able to look at a goddamn can of Folgers.
The coffee beans was like, oh no. It was rough. It was rough. Oh, Mason said, "What's with the coffee?" Remember, in the first season, that was a thing. When she tasted coffee for the first time, she thought it was absolutely gross, and he had to have his coffee. So they made a couple of jokes about it here and there.
Yeah, he always had his coffee.
Yeah. But they keep riding. Finally,
come on, man. Come on. Tough it out.
It's all right.
Oh my God.
So they keep riding, but Dina, see, this is why you need a real one on your squad. Dina looked up at the sky. She's like, "Hey, look, we need to find somewhere for shelter." And Ellie is like, "For what? Like, we good. We need to keep riding." Next thing you know,
immediate downpour.
It's raining cats and damn dogs, and they in the tent drying off.
I'm talking about it.
And Ellie is like, "Dang."
Outside.
Yeah.
Ellie was like, "Dang, they came on fast." But my thing with this scene, the only thing was a few things with this scene. But the first one was when they turned the light off the first time and stuff. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna stay up and keep watch. Y'all just going to sleep. Like,
Joel
y'all
would
know
never.
Crazy murderous people in the area.
Ellie, Joel taught you better.
Right.
Somebody always kept watch.
You got to keep watch. Like, what is y'all doing? Y'all not that far from where you think these crazy people are. So what is you doing?
Yeah.
That's
so that pissed me
literally chasing up here. You're literally chasing these crazy people up here, and you just going lights
well,
out.
At least they were like up under an overcropping or something, you know.
They had a lamp in the nighttime. Somebody saw you.
Yeah.
So, now this is where I had a problem. And like I said, I really like Dina, but this is why Dina is dangerous, because Dina messy and petty. Now she gonna ask this girl, "So what you think about the kids? Even though I'm straight, girl, I just want to know how I did." Like, Dina.
Like you could tell she been wanting to get to that like the whole fucking trip. She was like, "Well, I've been waiting."
Well, that was a little bit. I was like, "Oh, you playing head games with Ellie. I can't co-sign on this. This is not right." And then she starts complaining about Jesse and then, talking about how he's a lame.
A lying man. Just a lying man.
See,
I
agree. What does this say? The danger is what gets us in. See, I'm not fooling with Mason.
That's crazy.
And then she says at the end, because Ellie tried to like diffuse the whole thing by saying, "You was high, I was drunk, I ain't paying no attention." So at the end, Dina's like, "I wasn't that high." Bruh.
Yeah.
Cut it out. So one of y'all talk about them coming closer to Seattle, coming into the woods and finding the people from the group.
Yeah, they end up on that same walking trail we see earlier. You even see this like all the way down to the signage. And so damn near immediately you see like the wagon turned over, and one of the Why So Serious people in the middle of the trail. Was that buckshot? No, she said it was a lot of different. Cause man, they shot that nigga with everything basically. Because it was like a bunch of different caliber shells like within the vicinity. And then Dina strolls her little happy ass off into the woods, and she come running back out because she saw all the fucked up shit. Everybody else got murked, including the little baby that we saw in the earlier scene.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Okay.
Y'all tell me what y'all would have did. But I'm thinking there's a whole group of them. It's two of us, and all of them dead. We gonna keep going, or we gonna go back?
And you know, Ellie's super righteous, and when she looked at the baby, she had that crash out look, like she had that. I gotta get justice for her too now. So it's like, you know, the mission she already on. Now she's gonna feel even more, you know, Khaleesi about the shit. Like I gotta go carry this shit out.
Yeah.
You heard what she told Dina? She was like, "Oh, if they, you know, they can do this to a little girl." Like you see her, she already revving up on her shit.
Yeah.
Does Dina know that? Dina doesn't know that Ellie is immune, does she?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They have kept that
From everybody.
Yeah. I think Maria might know, if you remember when they first got there and they were talking about if you have a secret, sometimes you just have to keep it to yourself. So I think she knows something, but I don't think she knows precisely what it is.
I just feel like I would have been like that Issa Rae meme where she's looking and you see these calculations happening. The math ain't nothing. It ain't but two of us. She be on a death wish. All these folks that got killed. I think we need some reinforcements, so we need something. Like, but Dina's a rider, so Dina said, "All right, we going.
Facts.
So they keep moving. Does anybody know what this Curtis or Viper thing is? I feel like it might be a movie or a television show reference, but I'm not sure.
It's something they referencing it and they keep doing it, but I don't know why. I didn't catch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If in the comments, if you know, or if it's something from the game, let us know. The Curtis or Viper, when she keeps asking her Curtis or Viper, whenever she says something that sounds like a line. So again, I'm assuming it's from a movie, like two characters in a movie or a show or something. But at the end, they show the one guy up in the tower who's supposed to be keeping watch. They radio and ask him, "Are we clear for a certain section?" And then they pan out, and you see this large group of people walking, and they're all geared up. And I literally wrote down, "What the hell have they gotten themselves into?" And that's how the show ends.
Yeah. And
but also, where them niggas going?
They what, less than 9 miles outside of Seattle now?
No,
Where
at
them
that
niggas going?
point, where were they? Were they 9 miles?
Where them niggas going?
They had passed the 9-mile sign on the highway, and so they were on a broken bridge or something, on a broken piece of highway, and we're looking.
Thank you.
No, I'm talking about the troops and shit. Where them niggas going?
Yeah, that's what we talking about. Queen Mother. Well, I don't know where those troops were going, and I don't know why it was so many of them. But they were asking, were they cleared? So it must still be. It's still dead in the city.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they're going to fuck shit up.
And don't forget, Manny is one of the ones that's in Abby's group, and they put him up in the crow's nest.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and he's like, "Fuck y'all."
Group at this point, these are people.
Thank you, Sherry, and Ready to Retire. They answered the question. That was from that movie that Joel and Sarah watched in the very beginning, which I forgot about.
Good call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, facts, my dukes. Jackson, they are on the way. They finna go fuck that shit up. Damn, man, and they are so not ready. So not ready. They are so not ready. They finna go clear that bitch out.
You think that's where they headed?
Where else would they be headed? Especially if they did that shit to that small group of nomadic people, what you think they're gonna go do to that whole city that, you know, Abby and them saw? They realized, like, damn, it was a big ass city.
Well, I guess I don't know for what reason, what purpose. They in their city. Those people in their city. Why they
fuck up the nomads?
Well, the nomads were in their region, area.
No threat.
I'm guessing
Those them motherfuckers is militarized and marching. They got boots on the ground, tanks and trucks and shit.
What I'm saying,
man, wop, wop, wop. They about to go whop that ass in Jackson. Whoo, boy.
I'm not fucking with y'all.
They better hope it's some quota sales between. Hey, where the fuck is all the goddamn snow? Oh, well, it's time jump. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. You didn't hear me when I said it's like spring going into summer. It's 3 months later.
Yeah, I keep that fuck. I told y'all my internet had quota sales. It fucked me up. Like screaming. Next thing I know, we down the line.
Yeah, Sherry said. Steph said they coming back because y'all some
coming back. That's what I'm saying. They on the way to Jackson.
Golly.
Which I mean, at this point, the party of 16 to go out, you know, wouldn't have really done much. Like those 16 people clearly need to be at Jackson. The way them niggas marching, it ain't gonna help shit. And they already hurting from the shit that just went down, even though it's been, you know, some time has passed. Like Ellie said, the fence is barely mended. They got people that done died, so they got less people. I'm sure some of the people that died were like patrol and people that worked the gates and the fence and shit. So
yeah,
them niggas is headed to Jackson, boy. It's gonna get ugly.
So Bang Boom Breezy said, so what was Abby's whole spiel about their rule about not killing defenseless people? But clearly they do. Yeah, I don't know. And if you watch the scenes from the next episode, I'm very excited because we will announce.
That's a lot of patrol, Bruce. That is a lot of patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the whole, I don't know. That's the whole shit.
So we get some Jeffrey Wright coming in.
Jeffrey Wright coming in.
Oh, next episode? I didn't see the preview. Jeffrey Wright is on this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they don't kill him.
Well, he looks like he might be a bad guy.
So we're going to see how long that lasts.
He could be a bad guy. Oh yeah,
I say he looks like he's gonna be a bad guy. What did you say, Queen Mother?
I was saying that he looks like he's HNIC, so he's calling out the plans.
Yeah. Okay. Hell, this might be his group. Hell, we'll see. The council will save Jackson. Sure. Jesse to the rescue. Put Jeff's ass on the front fucking line.
Don't do Jesse. Well,
like that.
Yes, we come back next week and see what's popping. It was a slower episode, but it was definitely, had pieces that we needed.
Yes. It's a nice little time jump and going into what is about to happen. The next set of bullshit that's about to jump off. So
facts.
Yeah, I guess, and we probably kind of needed a little bit of time to get our feet back up under us after losing Joelle in such a horrible, horrible way.
So yeah, I know everybody's seen his memorial reel that was made.
Oh, I should have played it. I don't know if it was in here. Let me see if it's in. I don't think it's in here. Maybe if TK is back next week, he'll play it. But yeah.
But yeah, it's on the
on the page.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that was this week's episode. It was a wonderful recap as usual, and we'll be back same time. What is it? Same bat time, same bat chat on next week.
Yeah. Same Ellie time, same Ellie channel.
Yeah.
Same quota steps.
So, but
Caleb said Joelle wasn't mourned enough by the people.
And they really didn't. They time jumped us the shit out of Joel. They was like, Joel's dead.
Dirt nap. Yeah. So,
girl, hey, Rachel stood up on her tail. She was like, "Girl, we all lost something. We ain't sending 16 folks out there. Bye."
She did. She did.
Ah,
Oh, Rachel.
Well,
um,
Kim, that's what happened in the real world. They put you in the ground and everybody else keep on living.
yeah.
That's what it is.
So
And yes, we will make that announcement. Thank you for reminding me, Bang Boom Breezy. We will be having a special episode on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Is it 9 p.m. Eastern? 8 p.m.
yeah,
Central?
8 your time. Yeah.
Well, we will be. I'm on East Coast. We will
Okay.
be discussing Sinners. So, if you have seen the movie and you want to discuss it, come on through. If you have
Y'all
not,
niggas could have been seen that shit. If you ain't
I
seen it,
would
pull up
suggest you
anyway.
don't
I'm
come
spoiling
to
the fuck
that
out of it.
because it's gonna be spoilers galore. We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it all.
We're gonna talk about it all. So don't bring your ass in here if you ain't seen the movie. Talking about
You ain't seen-
spoilers. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
We're talking about Sinners.
We love y'all.
So
Go see the movie and come on through.
I got all my notes. I done wrote my dissertation, and I'm gonna end by saying thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So
I want to go see it one more time, so I might try to see it Wednesday before.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out again Wednesday too.
yeah, I saw it for the second time Friday, and I caught a lot of things that I didn't get the first time because I was in a pure analytical mode.
Yeah.
But the first time that I went, yeah, it vibrated through me. I'm a musician, so all of that vibrates through me in a certain way.
Yeah.
And
Same.
yeah. So
all right, y'all. Well, if you're coming back for Sinners, we'll see you back Wednesday night. If not, we'll see you next Sunday. We
I
out.
hope y'all tap in for Sinners because it's gonna be a good one.
Bye.
Peace.